Hi everyone, welcome to my video all in one: present tense, past tense, present continuous and past tense. So for the present tense, it is used to describe habits and changing situations, general truths and fixed arrangements. Be aware, in most languages, the present tense is used to describe actions done in the present. This is not the case in English. For action happening now, the English language uses the present continuous. Please keep that in mind. I will explain why. So if we take, for example, Paulo, I eat ice cream. Paulo used the present to describe an action happening now. This is wrong because it is considered, because he used the present, it will be considered a statement, a general truth. So it will basically mean that that he's obsessed with ice cream, and eating ice cream is all what he does during the day. And obviously this is incorrect. So Paulo, if he's eating ice cream right now, should say, I am eating ice cream. Or if he wants to make a statement, he can say, I eat ice cream once a week, or often, or I rarely eat ice cream, or I often eat ice cream, or I eat ice cream once a week. Once you add to it that time, it becomes like a habit, and then it's accepted and it's understood. Let's move now to the past tense. We use the past simple tense to talk about an action or a situation, an event in the past. The event can be short or long. This is a very relatively easy tense to use in the English language, and in conversations it is the most commonly used tense. So please familiarize yourself with it and use it a lot when you're telling a story, which is basically most of the time when we are doing a discussion, we are telling someone about something that happened during the day or yesterday or during the week. So in the past, you can use multiple verbs, multiple actions. Once action A is finished, you move on to action B. So once the first verb, you can move to the second. I will tell you an example. Let's say you're doing an interview. You can say, I studied at Harvard University. I graduated in 2019. Shortly after my graduation, I joined a law firm as an associate and worked there for 6 months. I gained a lot of experience. As you can see, I used a lot of sentences. All of these actions are in the past, and I stayed with the past simple. It is really easy to use it, and just keep in mind it has to be an action that was done in the past. And if you tell in a story an action after action after action, it's the easier and easiest tense to use. Additional examples. I lived in that house when I was young. He didn't like the movie. What did you eat for dinner? John drove to London on Monday. Present continuous. We use the present continuous to talk about an action happening right now or an action in the future. So please keep in mind, if it's an action in the future, it has to be a plan. You had a plan and you're following that plan. So you could use the present continuous to tell about an action happening as planned in the future. So it is present, as the name says it, it's present and continuous. So it's an action happening now and it's a long action. Example, I am eating ice cream. He or she is eating ice cream. They, we are eating ice cream. The form is simple. It's the verb to be, present tense, plus the verb, plus ing. Mike, what are you doing? John, I am writing a letter to the president. So Mike's question is precise. He wants to know what John is doing right now. That's why he used the present continuous. What are you doing? John used the present continuous to answer, meaning the action he's going to tell Mike about it is ongoing. So he's holding a pen in his hands and he's writing a letter. That's why he said, I am writing a letter to the president. During a conversation, pay close attention to the tense used. It can change everything. Remember, we talked about the present tense and how it's related to habits and general statement. What if Mike asked the same question, not what are you doing, but what do you do in present tense? Then John will answer, I'm a journalist. He's not going to answer, I am eating ice cream. No, he is a journalist because the question is in present tense. He has to answer for what he does every day, which is his job. So he is a journalist. C, same question, but different tense, has an absolutely different meaning. What do you do refers to work. What's your job? What are you doing refers to an action happening now. Exceptions for present continuous. The verbs that cannot be used in present continuous are listed in the slide here. So all the verbs that are related to feeling, senses, communication, thinking, other states. I will put a link down below the description with the list of all these verbs that cannot be used in the present continuous form. The reason why you cannot use these is if we take, for example, the verb like. You can say I like something or I don't like something. You cannot say I am liking because it doesn't make any sense. When it comes to feeling, you either with something or against it. You cannot start developing feelings at the moment you're speaking. It just doesn't make sense. That's why these verbs cannot be used in the present continuous form. But you can say I am starting to like something. It's just you cannot say I am liking. This is incorrect. Past continuous. The past continuous tense is an important tense in English. Why? Because it's related to stories again. Let me illustrate an example. I was watching TV when suddenly a thief broke into my house and stole my jewelry. So why I used present continuous for watching TV? Because it's a long action. And when I was watching TV, during that time, two things happened. Two actions that are done, they're already in the past, happened. Is that a thief broke into my house. What he did next is stole my jewelry. So I used the past continuous for the action of watching TV because it's a long action in the past. During that action, past shorter actions happened. For those actions, I used the past tense. So just keep that in your mind when you're telling a story. If it's a long action and during that action, some stuff happened, make sure that that stuff is in past and the long action is in past continuous. The form is the subject plus the auxiliary, the verb to be in the past, was, were, and the main verb, which is the present participle. So examples, she was cooking when I telephoned her. So she was cooking. Cooking takes time. During that time, someone telephoned her, and that's a quick action in the past. So we used the past tense, simple tense. We were having dinner when it started to rain. Same thing. Ram went home early because it was snowing. The same list that we applied for the present continuous, and we said we cannot use the present continuous for them, is the same for the past continuous for the same reason. I hope this I hope you liked this lesson. Please don't forget to subscribe and like for content like this. Also check out my other videos on my channel. Thank you and have a great day.